G'day, Dave the Enlightened Plumber here with today's quote. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. This is from Henry David Thoreau. And I like this one because it's not as all straightforward as it sounds. So, in the realm here, let's take for me, for example, what am I going to look at? Well, I'm going to look at my wife. I'm going to look at the grocery store. I'm going to look at the drive to work. I'm going to look at work. I'm going to look at my house. Now, where he's going with this is I'm looking at all these things in the same way that you yourselves will look at all those things and everything else that comes in front of you. Now, obviously, we all see. We see with our eyes. But where Henry's going with this is that it's not the seeing with your eyes that matters. The seeing with your eyes is what takes in the reflection of light, as it were. But what matters here is, well, what our brain does to it once we have visualized it, once we've seen it. So the new seeing that we've got with our brain says, okay, well, if I'm looking at my wife, that's awesome, because what I'm looking at and what I'm now seeing is something truly beautiful. If I'm looking at work, am I seeing this as, wow, this is what's providing me with money. This is what's providing the resources that allow me to buy and do and have all the other things in my life? Or is this the place of struggle and strife and turmoil and resistance? And oh no. If I'm looking at my house, am I looking at a beautiful mansion that covers everything that I possibly want? Or am I seeing, oh, I got to go back to that empty place again. Like, what's happening here, right? This is what I'm seeing. So it's my interpretation of what visually I see to what I actually see and register as to what I have. So this leads into gratitude. This leads into a lot of other thoughts. But I also like spinning this a little bit and saying, well, if I'm looking at something and I can look at garbage floating along the street or flotsam jetsam out in the water, and then I look at that and I go, okay, so I'm seeing this bad, negative, garbagey stuff, but what I'm seeing in here is in fact an opportunity. Oh, maybe I can do good for the world and clean all this up. And by doing that, perhaps maybe that's the opportunity where by doing that, I can make other people feel good. I can involve other people in to help me with that, and maybe even have everybody along the way make some money out of doing this cleanup. That could be a whole other business opportunity, cleaning up this garbage that people are leaving. So I can look at something and say, this is bad and this is horrible, or I can look at it with the opportunity mindset and say, how can I turn that into something that can benefit myself, my life, and others? So with that, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. From Henry David Thoreau and myself, Dave the Enlightened Plumber, have yourself an awesome day and see things differently. Take care.